Good morning, students. I hope you all understood the first part of Geography Lesson 3, that is Components of Agriculture. Students, before entering into the lesson, please note down all the points which is presented in this video. Then only you can revise and understand the continuity of the lesson. In last class, we saw about agriculture. In that, we learned what is agriculture and what are the components involved in agriculture. Next, we saw different types of soil present in our country. In this section, we are going to learn about agriculture and different types of agriculture and irrigation and the types of irrigation and multi-purpose river valley project. Okay, let's start our lesson. Irrigation. Water is essential for the germination growth of plant. Water is applied to the agriculture field by naturally through rainfall and artificially through canal and other system. The artificial supply of water to agriculture fields is called irrigation. Irrigation to the agriculture fields are done by different methods. Before seeing that methods, let us know how irrigation is important for the crop production. In the absence of rainfall, irrigation maintains the minimum amount of water required for the crop production. It maintains the proper growth for the crops and helps to protect them against frost and hot air currents. In duration and amount of irrigation is based on type of soil, crop and also the season of sowing. Next, sources of irrigation. In India, different sources of irrigation are used depending upon the topography, soils, rainfall, availability of surface or groundwater, nature of river, whether perennial river or non-perennial river, requirements of crops, etc. The main sources of irrigation used in different parts of the country, they are canal irrigation, well irrigation and tank irrigation. Let us see one by one. Canal irrigation. Canal irrigation is the second most important source of irrigation in our country. Percentage of area under canal irrigation in our country is 24%. Canals are the effective source of irrigation in areas of low level relief, deep fertile soils, perennial source of water and extensive command area. The canal irrigation are of two types. They are inundation canals and perennial canals. First, let us see inundation canals. In this, water is taken out directly from the rivers without making any kind of barrage or dam. Such canals are useful for the diversion of flood water from the river and remain optional during rainy season. Next, perennial canals. These are developed from perennial rivers by constructing barrage to regulate the flow of water. In our country, most of the canals falls under this category. These canals are useful for irrigation purpose also. In India, the total area under canal irrigation is about 15.8 million hectares in 2014. About 60% of canal irrigated area falls in the northern plains of India, particularly in Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, and Bihar. In south and central India, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, and Tamil Nadu are the important states where canal irrigation is found. Next, well irrigation. A well is a hole or trough, usually vertical, excavated in the earth for bringing groundwater to the surface. Well irrigation is the most important source of irrigation as it contributes about 62% as a tube well and other wells. So totally 62% of net irrigated area in India. It is a cheap, dependable and popular source of irrigation in the country. Well irrigation is unavoidable in the regions of low rainfall and becomes an essential one where the canals and tank irrigation are not available. Wells are of two types. They are open wells and tube wells. Let's see one by one. Open wells. This type of irrigation is widely practiced in the areas where groundwater is sufficiently available. The areas in Ganga Plains, the deltaic region of Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri and parts of Narmada and Tapti valleys. Next, tube wells. Tube wells are developed in the areas of low water table, sufficient power supply and soft subsurface geological units. Tube wells are predominant in the states of Gujarat, Maharashtra, Punjab, Madhya Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Next, tank irrigation. A tank is a natural or man-made hollow on the surface developed by constructing a small mound around it across a stream. It is used to collect and store water for irrigation and other purposes. Irrigation by tanks is a very old system in India. It also includes irrigation from lakes and ponds. The tank irrigation system is popular in the peninsular India due to the following reasons. They are the undulating relief and hard rocks make difficult to dig canals and wells. Natural depression serve as reservoirs. Next, absence of perennial rivers. Then, impermeable rock structure which do not permit percolation. Then, the scattered nature of population and agricultural field. Next, modern irrigation method. There are many ways in modern irrigation. Among them, mostly practiced and following in India are using drip irrigation, sprinkler irrigation and polyhouse central pivot irrigation. Drip system is used to watering like drops at near the root of plants. It will cover a tiny area at plant but suitable for big trees and horticulture plants too, which is used to grow bigger. The next important modern irrigation method is rain gun method. Rain gun used to spread water like rain as in name and used to serve for crops which is used to grow up to 4 feet or high also, but we have to adjust sprinklers height as per crop size. The rain gun is used to spread water like rain to crops. Next, central pivot irrigation. Sometimes it called central pivot irrigation. It is also called water wheel and circle irrigation. It is a method of crop irrigation in which equipment rotates around a pivot and crops are watered with sprinklers. So, these are the few methods which is used to supply water for the crops. They are drip irrigation, sprinkler irrigation, center pivot irrigation. Next, multi-purpose river valley project. It is a scientific management of water resources in our country. Construction of dam across river is aimed at many purposes. Hence, it is termed as multi-purpose river valley projects. The various purposes of a dam serves are irrigation, hydropower generation, water supply for drinking and industrial purpose, controlling floods, development of fisheries, navigation, etc. Generally, majority of multipurpose projects are combination of irrigation and hydropower, which are the major aims of the project. Next, types of farming. Agriculture is a process of primary activity which includes growing of crops, fruits, vegetables, flowers, and rearing of livestock. Though India is industrially a fast developing nation, still the agriculture in India employs more than 50% of the population of the country and accounts for about 25% of the national income. Based on the land, the farming can be classified into subsistence farming, commercial farming. This subsistence farming can be classified into two types. One is primitive subsistence farming and intensive subsistence farming. Primitive subsistence farming. In this, agricultural land holding is small. As the farmers are poor, they can't apply the modern inputs which cost more. They grow crops with the help of family members and consumes almost the entire farm produce with little surplus to sell in the market. Next, shifting agriculture. This type of agriculture is performed by tribal people in a piece of forest land after clearing the trees through felling and burning the trunks and branches. It is also called as slash and burn cultivation. Once the land is cleared, crops are grown for 2 to 3 years and the land will get abandoned as the fertility of the soil decreases. The farmers then move to the new areas and the process will be repeated. Next, intensive farming. It is an agricultural intensification and mechanization system that aims to minimize yield from available land through means such as heavy use of pesticides and chemical fertilizers. It has also been applied to the raising of livestock with billions of animals such as chickens, cows, etc. Next is dry farming. This type of farming is practiced in arid areas where irrigation facilities are lacking. Crops can be cultivated in these areas with withstand dry conditions. The crops grown generally with the help of irrigation are also grown under dry farming. In such circumstances, the yield are generally low. Most of the areas under dry cultivation entertain only one crop per year. Next, mixed farming agriculture. It is defined as a system of farm which includes crop production, raising livestock, poultry, fisheries, beekeeping, etc. to sustain and satisfy as many needs of the farmer as possible. Next one is terrace cultivation. This type of cultivation is practiced especially in hilly areas where lands are of sloping nature. The hill and mountain slope are cut to form terraces and the land is used in the same way as in common agriculture. Since the availability of flat land is limited, the terraces are made to provide small patches of level land. Soil erosion also checked due to terrace formation on hill slope. Here I gave some evaluation questions. Try to answer these questions. Define agriculture. What is multi-purpose project? State the types of agriculture in India.